Welcome to the stream today. We are once again revisiting this mod that I tried to make and compete with Shiny Odd with. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to complete this mod today because there is actually a lot involved with this mod. I don't want to have just basically a complete mesh slap with invisible suspension. What I want to do is have the suspension actually line up with the real life suspension, and I'm not sure exactly if that's going to be quite so easy, because as you can see here, we've got just some very simple double wishbone. I don't know if this has multi-link or not, so let's start by having a look at the entire problem, shall we? Let's open up Blender. Wait, no, I've already got Blender open, don't I? Whoops. Whatever, that's fine. Import DAE. This directory. And bring her in. So, what do we have for the suspension? That won't be the only thing we look at today, but it's going to be a pretty big part of it. And, oh, look at that. It is just multi-link. Sorry, not multi-link, a double wishbone, which makes my life so much easier. The thing that doesn't get easier, though, is this setup here. And also including the fact that there's no suspension, like there's no coil over here. So to set this up is going to be a real pain in the butt. But it's something I've been wanting to address at some point anyway as well. On the rear here, we have also double wishbone, but weird. See, here's the lower wishbone, here's the upper wishbone, but then the upper wishbone also has some sort of torque angle applicable to it. So if you mess with this one, you're going to adjust the toe and caster at the same time. I don't know why you would want that. That seems like a weird way to do it. Can we hide everything else, please? I just want to see just the suspension. Oh no, it wouldn't tilt. That would only be for rear toe adjustment. Okay, let's go have a look at the suspension we've chosen. Wait, we're up to Blender version 4? Huh. I didn't know that. Import DAE. And then we have the scintilla stuff here. Oh yeah, we got the whole scintilla in here, huh? I will leave the... Wait, do we need brakes? I think we do need brakes. Do we? Nope, there's brake calipers. Okay, so we don't need the brakes at all. We're just gonna hide the body for now. Don't need actually any of the structure really, do we? Rear back structure, don't need that. Oop. We'll hold on to that for now. Hide you. Hide all exhaust stuff. Actually, you know what? We could just delete all of these things that we're dealing with here. Don't need any of the fender stuffs. Don't need you. What are we left with here? We don't need anything to do with the engine because the engine is going away. Driveline stuff we don't need as well, because we're using the ETK's engine. How is everybody, by the way? We got Flanny, Lucas, Godoy, Balencia, Mr. Bob, Islands Mad Guy 68. Am I going to be late again? No, I am not pregnant. Driftbus Productions and Benjamin Franz. Thank you very much for being here, bro. Good to see you back again. If it matters to you, I do have donations turned on at the moment. Sorry, not donations. The thing. Like alerts turned on. So for donations of money, There is a $5 limit. If you go over that limit, you get text-to-speech. It's probably going to be a bad idea. Nobody do bad things, obviously. There's a lot here to get rid of. Yeah, you can go. We're going to hold on to the chassis, I think, because we're going to need that to at least see mounting points and stuff like that to gain a general idea. So we'll hide you. You can all go away. Just doing a lot of deleting at the moment, really. So we don't need actually a lot here. Is that 2 intercoolers, huh? Oh, 2 radiators, sorry. Suppose I never noticed that. Wonder if that was updated at some point, because I really don't remember that at all. Don't need you. You. Anything here? Okay. What's that? That's also stuff we don't need. I don't need front driveline stuff because we're not doing anything with that. Phil, hope the 86 is treating you well. Got the plasti dip off yet? The plasti dip is not worn off yet. It's not treating me well. It's still so goddamn slow. I am planning to sell it eventually. Okay, so I could see here we have the toe adjustment. Except this is actually locked solid down here. Oh, no, no, that is on some sort of hinge. That is a weird way of doing it. Realistically, I don't think they needed this. But they didn't go push rod rear suspension, so it doesn't have that. Now, we do actually have push rod suspension available to us, and we could just nick it to make life a lot easier. You know, one thing I really hate is as a video production person in BeamNG, I have my UI hid with with Alt-U. That hides the UI. I will make the mistake very often to go, oh, I want to spawn a new car, Control-E. Whoops, my UI is hidden. Alt-U to unhide, none of the cars show up. So every single time I do that, I'm like, oh. Exit, Control-E, and then that time it'll load up. So, we have push rod suspension. So if you see me like quickly flick through those things, you know what's happening. I've made a whoops. Hello, Dolly Broccoli. How's it going? Sell the 86, get a Miata? No, I don't want to go slower. Welcome, Ferrari. I don't think a Miata would be a bad choice. I think it would be. Like, my really biggest gripe... Actually, there's 3 gripes. 1, it's overhyped. 2, it's overpriced. And 3, it has, like, no power. I don't think moving to a Miata would be a good move for me. Phil, your audio is delayed. That's, V12 Miata. Welcome, Turax Cherry, to you. Welcome, you. So, here is our push rod setup. Will this translate well? Let's open up another blender. I wonder if I have the SBR all ready to go. F4, import DAE. We do have the SBR here. Okay. That looks good. Get rid of the engine stuff. Get rid of all of that. Engine. To do with engine, I think. Engine mount stuff, don't care. Don't care. That will stay for now so I can get an idea. Oh, that's I was about to say it has back seats, and I realized, of course, it's meant to be more like a Porsche. God, the amount of, like, cabling and stuff that they've modeled for this vehicle. I'm surprised it, like, doesn't tank FPS, to be honest. Okay, so... There's nothing like that on the front, I don't believe. Let me just have a quick look. God, there's a lot of junk in here. Alright, on the front, yeah, no, it is just double wishbonian. If we have a look at this guy, double wishbone on the front, push rod. And then push rod again on the rear. What do we got for the push rod? They push downwards. Well, that makes life interesting. I think we might use... Wait, hold on. Is it double wishbone push rod? Or is it multi-link here? I see a wishbone on the front, wishbone on the rear. And then I see a steering rack. That's the front. That's why there's a steering rack. I'm an idiot. Did I delete some stuff? Let's, undo that then. Oh god, there's a lot of... Oh, there we go. There we go. That'll help us recover what we wanted. Okay, as we were going out here. So I see some sort of weird wishbone at the top here. Let's have a look at that. It just touches. Probably a little bit inappropriately. Hope I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Minecraft modding when? One day, probably. I don't know anything about this car, but you making it looks good. This is the Praga R1. If you know Jimmy Broadbent at all, this is his race car that, like, he raced pretty hard, and then he bought it himself. What I'm doing is kind of mesh lapping, but going a little bit further. This is a messed up mesh. What is that? Okay, well, apparently going into edit and unedit it fixes that issue. Weird. So we have a wishbone at the top. And we have a H-beam at the top. I mean, it's close. I think the SBR suspension file is the one to go with. So, bring you up. Vehicles. SBR. Suspension rear. All the connections are going to be really funky as well. I just realized. Can I get away with this? You know what we can do? Once again, the fatter of the two connections is at the bottom, which is problematic. I believe that he said that he bought it. I'm not sure. Yo, Phil. Hey, Phil. What are you building? I am continuing on that build from when I 1v1'd Shiny Odd a couple of weeks ago. Neither of these are really going to line up very well, but at least this one has a steering arm like that. This one doesn't actually have an adjustable toe arm on it by the looks of it. So, yeah, what we can do is use everything from here. Then, instead of having a shock absorber here, we can grab basically this beam, this rocker part, and then this shock, but change its position. That's going to be tricky, but I'm pretty sure I can do it without too much harm. So, we'll leave you for now. We'll go back into here. Oh yeah, we have to explode this, don't we? We have an engine. What does the engine look like? The engine looks like hot garbage. Let's actually, F4, new, general, don't save. Import. I think I had it as an FBX. Doesn't like it. All right, import OBJ, I think. Not sure which one I want, but let's go with that. Now, it's materials time. Very basic sort of stuff. The engine, yet still looks like garbage. So there is no actual engine material. So, instead, I'm going to continue with what I was going with before, which is that this would have, basically the ETK engine. Which is not what I actually have in here, apparently, because I completely forgot about that. I'm an idiot. That's fine. Whatever. So, let's start off with... That's not what I wanted. Oh, you know what? I don't want to bring the exhaust. I want the exhaust to be its own thing. And we don't want to take this as well, so that can go... keep with... You know what, actually? Does that make it easier? Oh god, they're all separate faces. What a pain in the butt cheeks. Oh god, there's a lot of faces in here. Same issue we're having during the stream when we were trying to rush. What? Nope, nope. That's... No, okay, I can't grab that. Let's go ahead... Oh, that's what happened. Delete vertices. Okay. We'll also grab the transmission and get rid of that. Yeah, as I thought, that's all individual things. Great, fantastic. Right, let's just go ahead and delete those vertices. And now we're just going to grab only the... Oh, this is a part of the engine, isn't it? Oh, that's fine. All right, we'll grab... as much as we can. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Select, Control I, H. There we go. Now we're only working with what we want. Now we're going to select and hide everything that we want to keep. Don't know what that is, but I suppose we'll keep it. The models are atrocious. That will hold on to... You know what? We're not needing to look at anything else as well, so we can hide all of that. Keep you. In fact, actually, We'll keep all of you. Now, the rest of you, I don't think we need. Okay. Control I, delete vertices. Okay, now unhide. Interesting. We're going to need to grab some ETK stuff. A lot of floating bolts. Fun times. Yeah, we'll keep that. Oh, we only want to get rid of these ones. Oh god, they're all individual little bits. How inefficient are these models? God damn. There we go. Okay. God, this. A lot of odd choices were made. We are also going to have to divide up the suspension as well. Welcome, Mids. Yak. How's it going? Hey, Phil, what are you building? I already read that one. Phil, I just putting Drought Train Sim World 3 for 85. What? I'm so confused. Welcome, Lena. Hello, I never expected this crossover, but I love it. I'm not actually doing a crossover with Jimmy Broadbent. I'm just wishing that he will see this when it's done, but yeah, we're just finishing off a project that we started in another stream when I was versing against Shiny Odd. Which I lost. Apparently the power of Jimmy Broadbent isn't as infallible as I was hoping. Oh yeah, there's some weirdness going on here. There we go. Okay, they're a little bit cleaner now. For some reason, they split up. All right. Before we bring in the engine, we're going to divide up some bits. So what are these? These, like, wheel arch thingies. Some sort of cooling ducts. You know what? We'll keep it. But we are going to separate it. So L... Oh god, I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh, don't tell me it's also going to have the edges are separate. Yep, edges are separate. Of course they are. That's all going to be... taken now. Is there anything missing? Oh. Didn't mean to have that selected. Same thing here. This is all going to be a part of the under tray, I think. Now, do you have any bolts on yours as well like the other part? Nope. Hey, look, some more floating bolts. P selection. Now, where's the under tray? Under tray. Does that really go on there? You know what? Rear. Oops. Rear. Secret tunnel. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to lose that, to be honest. So let's actually put that on there. Hey, Phil, you accept... No, I do not accept friend requests. I only really have people on there that I know from real life. Or people I'm going to work with. Other than that, it gets too clustered and I start to hate my friends list. It's already got too many people on there that I already don't actually know back when I used to accept friend requests that way. So I occasionally will go through and delete them. I'm sorry, I'm not a social butterfly. Oh god, this is messy. How do we go about? Okay, I think I got this. Alright, so we're going to grab you. Oh god. I hate that. Grab you. And then we'll also grab this as well. Good. Then this. And these all need to be individual parts, which I'm going to be placing. Sorry, picking in, like, having, yeah, it gets really tedious real quickly. Alright, that should be good. Now, the rest of this will be a part of some other sort of superstructure, probably connected to the engine. So. What's this? Engine strut, maybe? I've got a problem with my keyboard taking multiple presses sometimes when I don't mean to do that. Actually, you know what? We might grab... No, just this. And paste it in. We'll deal with that later. What is that I wanted to have a look at? Oh yeah, I wanted to see what that was connected to. Yeah, that seems to be some sort of, like, engine stabilization connected to the under tray. So that's what that is. Yep, okay. So it'll be like some sort of engine mount. This will have to be a part of the engine as well. By the way, I'm now adding race liveries to your Autobello. Oh, sweet. The Formula B thing. Yes, I do like cheese. No, I will not be putting a 50 or 500,000 polygon cheese slice on top of my thing. I'm going to put on a thing for engine mounts. So, actually, I might clean up some of this model as well whilst we're at it. No. Actually, that's fine. You're also going to be a part of engine mount. You're also going to be a part of engine mount. I think that's all we have for the engine mount itself. Hide that. This is going to be the intake box. Then we're going to put on the exhaust, which looks a lot like a motorbike exhaust, if I do say so myself. That doesn't work. It looks so much like a motorbike exhaust. It's just weird. That's fine. Selection. Exhaust. It's also weird that it has a muffler on it. That was clearly weird for a race car, but sure. Hey, Phil. We'll view this car to BeamNG community when it's finished. Yeah, it'll be public. I was just thinking randomly. With all the practice you have, you could probably make a pretty high-quality mod. If you gave it to me, if you make it paid, it might be worth it. What? I was just thinking randomly, with all the practice you have, you could probably make a pretty high-quality mod if you gave it time. See, the problem is I am trained by university how to make films. That is what I am good at. What I struggle with is pretty much everything 3D modeling. So the best I have ever gotten, and I gave up because I'm at like kind of my talent wall. Though I work on it slowly sometimes. And I will do it one day. It's not this, is it? No, that's another project. There's a lot here that have been tossed to the wind. It's in here somewhere. It's not... Oh, it is this one. There we go. So, there's quite a lot of detail I've put in here. The mesh itself sucks. Like, it is a horrible, horrible mesh. And then I realized that, say, like, you lose the thing there, like, there's lots of holes in it. It's just not... Yeah. I also don't have good reference images, so it's something like, the last thing I did was, I did this little panel, and I'm gonna make that illuminate and whatnot. There's a lot of work. Like, a lot of work. And I actually have my limitations when it comes to JBeam. I don't know how to make things work properly sometimes. Like, remember when it came to the cart that I made? The cycle cart? I spent probably a full day's worth on just trying to make the front suspension not explode, and it only partly doesn't explode. If you spawn it with no wheels, there's a very high possibility that after a couple of seconds it'll just go... But yeah, the time that it takes, very long. Cinematographer person? More of a director, but yes, I did a bit of cinematography. You want to study animation, do a lot of 3D? Oh, sweet. The design is nice, though. If you want, I could try remesh it for you when I finish your Civetta LMP. Oh, you're doing a Civetta LMP as well. I was also doing that, which I'm going to... I mean, unless you do a better job of it, it's something I'm going to be doing as well. I realized that I basically stuffed it up. So this is my Le Mans version of the Scintilla. So, one, this in the wrong place. Number two, I'm gonna have to grab the cockpit, and you're gonna have to make the cockpit considerably narrower. It just doesn't work as is, and there's a lot of effort that's gonna need to be done to narrow it down. But I've done so much modeling that I'm gonna have to basically delete it all. I might keep the rear clamshell. I'll definitely keep the rear wing. And then redo a lot of it. This also doesn't exactly work. So this one Started off as like a little bit of toying around, and then I took it really seriously, and now I've got the sunk cost fallacy where I don't want to chuck it away, but really, you have to. Because that is not a good model that I had there. Alright, let's get back to this. Next, we're going to grab... Oh, wait. I just realized. With the cycle carts, that's just realism? I don't think so, not quite. Hey, Philman, I have a next... Okay, Phil, will the Praga be released? Yeah, it'll be released. Usually what you would do with suspension stuff to make your life a lot easier is you would have just both sides of the suspension be as one thing connected, like just in one mesh file. The problem is there's a proximity thing with BeamNG. Even if they're not meant to be a part of the same thing, if they just get close to each other, sometimes they'll start to mess the other part of the mesh up. I noticed this when I had an automation vehicle, and at the time, automation, when it exported, added the tires to be a part of a node group, and the rear tires to be a part of, actually, the same node group, which was a bit of a surprise. I'd ended up making the wheels really big because it was meant to be one of those amphibious ones, but the front wheels extended beyond their means and then grabbed a bit of the rear mesh. So as it would rotate around, it would take a chunk of the front tires, which still had like the mesh connected to it, and it would rotate around. So I can't do this the way I normally do, and I'm going to have like a bazillion different parts of suspension, which is not fun. Also, what the hell is this? Oh. Oh, okay. I suppose that actually keeps the poly count low. But then they just put like a bazillion nuts on here. Sure. So we're not going to take this. That's going to stay here. This is going to stay here. We'll grab the other side as well. Something here that's not over there. Weird. That's fine. So. We'll also grab you. You will also disappear out of here. P selection. We'll hide those for now. Okay. Now we can go ahead and select just the suspension bits. Oh, this gets technical, doesn't it? Grab you. Perfect. Oh, God. It's a part of you as well, isn't it? Okay, we'll grab you. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, B, selection. Also, I wouldn't make this a paid mod. The reason why I wouldn't make this a paid mod is because it's using a model from another game. It's already copyright infringement of some sort. I don't know whether they would DMCA me or not. So I'll leave it. See if they complain. If they complain, it won't be allowed to be made public, obviously. Upper. Wait. Rear. Upper. W. Which will be upper wishbone. Now we grab you. Well, that's good. Oh, I just know that this, like, push rod setup is going to be an absolute pain in the cakes. Yep, I know it. Oh, I forgot to put a side on it, didn't I? Rear, lower, W, L for left side. That's left, right? Because you look at it from the back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Then we have, oh, a weird hub setup. Sure. Bazillion different parts here as well. Again. Thanks. Good. Rear. Hub. L. Now we get to do the same thing on this side. Woo! Isn't that fun? You don't make a mod paid if you don't model it? Yeah, pretty much. Unless it's also a conjoined effort with somebody else. Hey Phil, I prefer you not to view this mod as paid because there are lots of BeamNG mod leak groups and maybe you can post your paid Praga one. This isn't going to be paid. I also, because I like modding, sorry, I like video production more than I do modding. This is going to be, like, what I'm going to be doing is all video production. The paid side of it is only for early access. Because I want good faith there. I don't want to lock anything behind a paywall. Wait. Ah, crab apples. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a second. I didn't do this on the other side. Good. 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 And good. Okay. Rear. Whoops. Caps lock on. Rear. Upper. Is that what it is? Upper WR. Yep, that's correct. Alright, now we have to just grab this little bit here because I was an idiot. Looks good. Parent selection. Okay. You're meant to go with upper left. Yes. We will deal with the lower on the side now. Am I really... Oh, you know what? This probably shouldn't be brought with it, to be honest. That should be its own part, shouldn't it? Thank God it's not paid. Especially with my quality. That's, yeah. How do you get it once you're done? This will probably be on the forums, much like my GNX. So, hey, just recently the cycle card has been made public. This is still waiting for approval, by the way. The version history I've got... Like, they told me to put an update in here. Wait. Something's wrong. Either way, it's, yeah, they're busted at the moment, and for some reason, they're not approving it, and there's no reason why. Where did I take the message from? It's Assetto Corsa, I believe. What do I want to do? Profile. Postings. Find all threads by film. There we go. Here's the Buick GNX mod. Also, if you're wondering, you can actually follow people on BeamNG. How do you do that, though, you may be asking? That's a good question. There is a way to do it, because I get notifications all the time of people following me. So, I know that it's possible. I think I'm going to have to disconnect this suspension arm and have it be its own thing. So, let's go ahead. Select that. And grab you, and you should be all of it. Looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to separate that from the other side as well. P selection. Praga rear. PR for push rod. R for right side. Yeah, this one. Okay. Oh, that makes it a lot easier. Then there. Perfect. Perfect. Now we take all of this jankness. God, there's a lot of carb in there. Not the cleanest models, I gotta be honest. And that's not one of my normal complaints about Assetto Corsa. That's an extra complaint. Lower wishbone L. Lower wishbone R. Hub time. Hubba hubba. I'm so funny, aren't I? I come up with all the good jokes. Uh-huh. Selection. Now, where's the hub? Hub L. Hub. If you're wondering how I'm zipping around to things, no matter where your mouse wheel is, if you have the mouse on the main part of the screen, you press period on the numpad, it'll center there. If you go over to here and you press period, it'll go centering on the thing that you got selected. That's all I'm doing there, if you're wondering. We're going to get rid of these now that we can see them a little bit easier. Axles. Easy done. Oh, I should really separate them, shouldn't I? Alright. P selection. P selection. Axle L. Axle R. Not entirely sure what this is. Something to do with the transmission, maybe. I'm not sure. That's some sort of ventilation that comes in to do something. We'll deal with that. Now we gotta change these, separate these rocker arms. Oh, there's a lot of garb in there too. That pin can stay with the suspension. Good, okay. Selection, okay. Praga. Rocker. R. Praga. Rocker. L. So these are the rocker arms. Now just the shocks. Which... fine. It doesn't actually matter too much. They can be just cylinders. Because there are actually, coilovers, like all in a one bit, that is this sort of setup. So we can go with that. Coilovers. And since you won't really see much of it, it could stay mostly hidden there. The rest of this will be something. It's not going to be engine. For now, we'll just call it something. Like, literally, just call it something. Let's bring in the engines that we are going to be using. Also, Phil, your anime skin for the Bollard was pretty awesome. Can you make anime skin for the ETK's K series? I think I did a pretty good job of showing you guys how to do it, because I am not very good at drawing. Numpad period in the scene tree? Yeah, it's a very handy trick. Also, to use numpad shortcut, it is very handy. Yeah, I do all of the shortcuts. Like these things. And like extra rotations, 5 for... Yeah, I do all of that. If that's what you're asking. Import, DAE. What do we want? ETKC? No. We want the ETKI engine. Because that's what we're using, right? I don't actually remember what engine we took from. Scintilla. ETK. It just says ETK intake. I4. Would that be under common, would it? The amount of times I've gone for common and clicked on canon instead because my dyslexic ass is just like, things. I think it might have been taken from a more modern one. Let's just quickly check this. Yeah, it does grab from there. Let's have also a look at the... See, the reason why I'm surprised that the ETKI engine is from... You know what, actually, let's have a quick look. Is because there is common files between the 800 and the K series, because they're very similar eras. They've just commonized the engine. But the ETKI is a very different engine. So let's have a quick look at the 800 series and see what sort of engines we have. Not quite what I would like, because I'm not going to have the cover on it. What engine do we have? This is 2-liter diesel. Let's go the 2-liter i4 normal engine. Can we take off the cover? That's all a part of the intake, is it? Can we take off the intake? No. Okay, what's under it? It's just a plain old block. I don't know why I grabbed the ETK engine. Because the parts were in common. That's why. Let's have a quick look at a normal ETK. Sometimes I wish there was a mod that allowed vehicles to spawn without hoods by default. The amount of times I just remove the hood makes life so much easier. Yeah, no. So that's only 4 cylinders. Oh, sorry, 6 cylinders. So, yes. This is the engine which I did actually take from. Does anybody else have a modern i4? Is there a year filter? Years. Let's go like 2010 or 2012 will do. Do we have cylinders? Off-road's got powder. Wait. Source. Source? Ah. I like how they got BeamNG official, custom, mod, and then whatever that is. I wonder what automation cars come under. Oh, they're under custom and mod. Okay, weird, but okay. I doubt that has a 4-cylinder. This will have a transverse 4-cylinder, so I'm not interested. Transverse again. So I think, yeah, the ETK is probably the best choice. I also really hate the Sunbursts engine. It is hideous and chrome. It is terrible. The FCV would be the only other one I would have a look at. So let's bring one of those out to have a look. I just noticed the latest 4.0 update of Blender, kind of a pain in the ass as I had to set my settings preference again. You can just tell it to use your old settings. Or just not use the new version, I suppose that's also another choice. I know a friend that's still using, like, I think 2.7. Oh, sorry. 2.7, or whatever. The one it was just before it, yeah, updated. So, what sort of engine? Okay, we do actually have an engine under here. I am more inclined to use this mesh, to be honest. Whoops. Wait! Hold on! Is this naturally aspirated? It's not going to have a thing there, is it? Damn it. I kept the model in. That is a non-turbo engine. But I remember from Jimmy Broadbent's video once when he was doing a race. That, he got pinged or disqualified or something like that for having a boost leak. Just wanted to before I went to bed. I hope everything goes smoothly for once. There's a lot of work here. You started in Blender 2.8. I think I started in maybe like 2.4, I think. But I didn't really pick it up until it went to the new UI. The new UI, I just immediately went, oh my god, this makes so much more sense. Like, everything was just easier to use. Praga, like, it has a lot of engine choices. Yeah, but this is the, this is the R1. That's what Jimmy raced, right? Praga is up for sale. Wait, didn't he buy it? Not sure. Anyway, it does have a roof scoop here. So, unfortunately, the original model doesn't come with that for us. we will have to come up with a solution for that. I can model something like that, I suppose. What if we look at Praga R1? Can you load? I see no intake, but everything else has an intake. Like that. Is that Goldie? I'm unclear. Yep, 87, that's his. Okay, but what I'm seeing is it's pretty fat here, and then narrows as it goes to the rear. Does that mean that it'll fit in? Yes. So it's pretty fat here and then narrows down. So we're going to have two versions. It's going to be naturally aspirated with that air box that I have been saving. Yeah. So we're going to have this intake version, then we're going to have like a different intake version that's going to probably keep that same mounting bracket. Jimmy's is turbo, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Praga likely has a, yeah. So, good video, K De Jong, his or mine? This isn't a video yet. This is still a live stream, and I'll probably more likely to call it a VOD when it comes out live. Let's go ahead and bring in the ETKI engine so we can have a look to see how it fits in. Actually, what engine? I remember that the engine used to flop around, because we didn't put engine mounts on it. That's the wrong vehicle. Yeah, we also have to fix up this mesh to be more in line. What do we got for the engine now? Where are the engine nodes? Engine mount? Yeah. They just flop about. Yeah. You know, I've never actually done anything with that stupid-ass Cherry FCV. Does it go by anything else? Vivis, that's right. I think I looked at it once for, like, the electric motor stuff. But I hate it. It's such a terrible-looking vehicle. Vivis, please. Vivis DAE, that seems to be good. DAE files. Drag you in. Now let's fiddle with it. What the hell? Why is the steering wheel down here? I mean, I suppose I technically know why it's down there, but I didn't realize that BeamNG did that. What the hell? Are those empties? They're empties. Huh. I wonder if BeamNG is going to pivot how their props are placed, because that is not how they normally do it. I think they may have been playing with a new type of system for prop animation. That's interesting. Completely useless to what we're doing, but very interesting. Now we don't need any of you. Don't know what you are, so let's deselect you. Take the front bumpers. Yeah, I can get rid of you. It's kind of hard to see everything, isn't it? That! The amount of times I've gone to like hold shift and rotate around on this new keyboard and then have it instead be caps lock I've accidentally pressed. It's grating on my nerves. Still not used to the keyboard. Fantastic keyboard though. We'll hold on to you for now. What do we got here? Bunch of stuff we don't need. We don't need any of the suspension. That can go. What are you? Some sort of bracket. Some sort of bracket. Airbox. I don't think we need that one. What else we got here? We got some weird things. I don't think we need... Oh, that's an i5 cover. Don't want that. i4 cover. Don't want that. Is this another engine cover? Yeah. You know what? We could delete you as well. We don't want you. Is that... Oh, okay. We got the i4 and i5, i3. You know, let's just go i3. Wants to delete the turbo on that? Sure. Then i5. Got the intake and the turbo. So there is like multiple turbos when honestly that doesn't need to be. And we don't need the piping. We also don't need you, to be honest, do we? I would like you. But do I need you? I don't think I do. What's this? Don't want you. What? There's multiple versions of it? Oh, Engine Bay EV. That's what it was. Oh. We'll deal with the radiator in a bit. There's a radiator EV. Let's also go EV. EV control module. You can go away. You can go away. Hold on to you. Radiator. I don't think we need the radiator fans. Don't need the transmission. Transfer case? Wow. What an amazing transfer case. Look at that. High poly... Okay, sure. We'll just delete you. Now's the time to use the number pad for / shortcut? What's the / shortcut? It's not even hidden them. What the hell is that? That's a weird one that I have to get used to. Anyway, what is this? That is an intake cover. Don't want you. Is there anything here called cover? Pod filter, radiator, i4, turbo. So you can use sharp keys to make caps lock an additional control key if you ever need what? I'm confused. It has everything but the selected object. When you press it, it puts you back. Huh. Why did it realign my camera the first time around? That was weird. This is all looking pretty good. Luckily, there's no props to have to deal with, so that makes my life a lot easier. We're probably not keeping the radiator, but I suppose we'll have a look in a bit. Where would the intercoolers and everything go? Okay, so let's have a look. Engine. What do we got back here? So, air ram comes in. Go straight to the intake. That is a naturally aspirated version. I don't think that was going to load anymore. What do we got here? That's an intercooler. The air ram there is not bringing in air, but instead putting it over the intercooler, I think. I think that's what that is. And then we see down here we got a little oil cooler of some sort. Which would go, like, right here. So where does it draw air in from, then? Show me the other side. Naturally aspirated. I see air coming in through a lovely orange pipe. Can you show me that side some more, please? Okay, here we go. So we've got a big, complicated, wrapped exhaust. Where does the air pipe come in? I don't see it. Don't see it there either. Wait, no, I think it's this. Here's a different angle. Okay. Please load sometime today. There we go. That turbo is pointing like almost 90 degrees outwards. It goes up into that pod. So the pod seems to be up here. So what does it take air in, reach a pod, then come down this way? Through this inner wall? I think, yeah, we're going to have to design that custom. We'll try to keep as much of this as possible, though. Yeah, let's have a look. Where's other radiators? I think I see something down there. Not sure what that is. Wait. There's a pod filter here. There's another radiator. Okay, so... let's grab it, put it in. Wait, which one's the front? Yeah, that's the front. Now, we had... ah, yes, this bracket to line up with. Put you about there. Also grab the scintilla transaxle. Very close to lining up, but not quite. Let's actually have a look. So we have the transaxle in here at the moment. Suspension's not lined up. It'll do. Good. Okay. So. This is not a very well-made model for what we're trying to do. Do we want the engine to be further forwards? Let's bring in the body. There we go. We should probably start separating these parts out as well, huh? God, there's a lot of little bits here and there. there's some stuff in here that shouldn't be in here as well. Ugh. This is a weird song. I don't even know if song fits the definition of what I'm listening to. Music is the right one, yeah. Oh, there's even this little... Okay. Is that clean? It's fairly clean. Yep, okay. Rear clam. Frickin' caps lock. I did want that to line up, didn't I? What does the transmission look like in these things? I see the transmission, but I don't see where it joins up to this, like, rear cone section. There we go. It looks like the transmission ends in that cone. Now, I don't suggest doing drugs, but sometimes you just need to do that cone, bro. I'm so funny. I think we'll just chop her off. Ugh. That works. Hey, would you look at that? It's almost not terrible. All you have to do is just squint a little bit sometimes. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's fixer-uppered. Intercooler. We'll hide that for now because we're not using that at the moment. Where does the engine sit? How far forward? So we got... You know what? Actually, we got this model still. Oh, okay, so there's a big chunk between the engine and the rear suspension part, which I do not have. Which would mean that it'd be more like here. Let's grab all of this. Actually, you know what? Let's there we go. That'll make my life a little bit easier. Oop. Oh, we don't want that. Yeah, we'll grab you as well. That doesn't look like it fits right at all. This is a weird model. It's not even put together right. Sometimes I question even why it was put together in the first place. Oh, okay, so they do act like wings around the engine itself. There's just no face in between. Then we're missing a chunk from here. It's really hard to get to. Where is it? You know what? We can fiddle with this instead. Just getting these things lined up. There we go. Okay. Now, we're missing large portions of this still. Gotta be honest, it's a mess. Alright, it'll do. Let's see how low this engine goes. In this one. The engine actually doesn't sit that low. Let's just try to line up the exhaust manifold, and from there we will be happy. So we can hide the turbo. That's part of the engine. Where is exhaust? Okay, that's a good lineup point. So, about there? Maybe the engine's just bigger. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a bit. Now I can think a little bit straighter. Auto merges off? I don't know what that means. Never even heard of it before. What is i4 turbo? Yes. Oh, I forgot to move that as well, didn't I? Okay, let's... There we go. Some weird... Alright, that's fine, whatever. Oh, the intercooler, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Does the engine sit it directly upwards, or is it canted like this engine? No, it's directly upwards, so we're going to have to align that. I feel like I'm playing FTL with this music. It's weird. How much further does that go in? Oh, just barely. We'll just cover that up. That looks like a good setup. Now, individual parts to play with. We don't... Do we care about the... No, that's right, yeah. We're going to route the pod filter down here somewhere. So let's go ahead and hide the exhaust now, because we no longer need that. We're going to fiddle with... you. Wow, that doesn't line up. Weird. Huh. Okay. They just kind of botched it together. That's a very unusual thing for the BeamNG devs to do. Usually they're a lot more precise even about things that you can't see, except, you know, the engine itself is usually very bland, but the engine cover is easily removed. I believe 2-liter double overhead cam, but it might be misremembering. I believe it is that. F86 is cooking. I sure am, I suppose. Tack to Jimmy. Jimmy won't respond to me. Wait, no, this actually shows an air gap. Weird. Let's go have a look at that. Oh, yep, there is actually an air gap in there. That's funny. Anyway. Let's go... Let's have a look how this is unwrapped. Have a quick look. That looks all fine. UV maps, only one UV map. Oh, that's that part, huh? And that's that part. Weird. What is the difference in terms of mesh? Okay, that would be the bendy? Yeah, okay. So we don't care about that part. This is the only part we care about for, the plastic tube. That's fine. All right. Bezier curve. Basically just routing out a thing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go geometry, depth, 0.1. That's way too big. Something like that. Resolution can come down. Yeah, that looks good. Subdivisions can come down. Then you will rotate something like that. And I think that's how we'll have the AirPod sit. There was a bunch of different ways I saw it sitting. I think that'll do. So, let's grab the AirPod, which has this weird dorky thing on it. Is that going to mess with my mesh if I get rid of that? Sometimes they change how things look. So let's go stock turbochargers. Okay, there we go. Got the pod. Is there anything under there? Nope. That is all uniform. Perfect. Okay. We can delete you. In fact, we can delete you as well. Let's bring the body back. What we want is rear clam. Gonna make sure it fits in there. Let's go into rear clam. You know what we don't need? We got you and you. All of this is fake structure. I don't want to. But for now, we're going to get rid of you. Including you. Alright. Let's also go under tray. Where do you... Okay. That's a pretty good place for that to be, I think. Fits just nicely enough. It's a very tight fit. Though, we might actually bring it just behind the dividing line. Then you will have to become a wiggly worm. Yeah, I think that works. Hey, Phil, it's Seth21 from Discord. How's it going, Phil? Welcome back, Ferrari. How's it going? What do we got here for this piping? Doesn't look overly high resolution, so can we drop that down a little bit? Trying to save polygons here, but nah. I like that just a little bit more. Okay. Convert to... Wait. Can I change individual sizes here? Is that not a thing I can do? Start end mapping? No, I don't think that's the thing I can do. Yeah, that changes everything. What does the turbo look like? I'm not too concerned, but... Yeah, so there's the reason why they have like this normally large-looking sort of pipe that you would normally find. And then right there it just kind of ends because they didn't know how to end it. They wanted to have something there. I'm not too concerned with the front of the turbo. Oh. You know what? That's a bit of a problem. I also have one last thing we can do. Convert to mesh. SY0GY. There we go. Now it's all hiding within the thing itself. Perfect. Okay. Now, in this... Goodbye. Hopefully that wasn't important. That all looks fine. That's not interfering with it, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, she'll be right. Nobody will see that. Then exhaust. I think we're going to have to delete the exhaust. Oh, sorry, duplicate the exhaust and delete the head part. This is going to be exhaust turbo. Oh, well, that's an interesting one. How do we... Sorry for couldn't because my bird just slit your t-shirt. Weird. Alt S? Some sort of scaling thing? I'm not sure. Sky would look sick when it's done. The engine looks good. The engine's coming together. It is based on the, Vivis. The Vivis section. Honestly, you are not coming back after driving this thing. What is Alt-S? I'm not sure. Seems to be very similar. Oh. Wait. I'm very confused. This is not how I should be doing this, to be honest. Hey, is that the end of the music? I'm gonna queue up a different non-weird thing. Mood. Let's go. You know what? I like funky. Let's go with funky. There we go. You're from Turkey? Cool. Enable pre-installed loop tools add-on right-click loop tools cycle. Alt-S changes thickness of the pipe segments. Oh, that's what you're trying to get at. This is a terrible idea. I shouldn't be doing this. That's bad. Oh, that's a very weird pipe section. It's fine. Let's instead mess with this guy instead. Yes, I know I said that twice. Let's bring you down. We're going to line you up with that, basically, I reckon. Sure. How's that look? Good enough. It's terrible. I hate it. But it does have to go this way, kind of, because it does go underneath the suspension components. I wouldn't know how it works otherwise. What are you? You're a part of the wing, are you? Weird. Are you? Not necessary. Weird. Deleted you and nothing changed. That's odd. Sure. Alright, how's the rest of this looking? Oh, yeah, we can bring this forward now, can't we? Now, you are just the normal one. Let's duplicate you. Hide the original. And we're going to keep this section. The rest of this is going to be deleted. And you will work as a lovely little holder part for the new air scoop. which, oh, it's not actually going to be an air scoop. It's going to be an intercooler scoop, isn't it? All right, frick. Intake holder. Sure, we'll leave that for now. Intercooler, where's that? You. Oh, where are you? UV editing. Oh, great. That actually makes life kind of easy, I suppose. What about you? You're that one? That makes life so easy. Just you, then. Now, this wasn't particularly wide in the real engine, was it? We've got a few pictures. That is a very compact intercooler. Welcome, Red Creeper. And Seth Bryan. Jimmy itself should test drive this man. You deserve it. I don't want him to test drive me. That would be weird. No, yep. You can thank me for my comical musings later. Right about there somewhere. We're going to make it at least a little bit long. Ah! There we go. This might mess with the mesh a little. Not mesh, materials a little bit. But she'll be right, mate. Now, how close to the front does it sit? Oh, it sits very close. How high does it sit? Quite low, actually. How does the air flow through this thing? That is so weird. Like, air would come down through the RAM, through the intercooler, and then onto the engine itself? Is this released? It is not. Not even close. Wait, did I make a... I might have made a version available on... here for free. Yeah, so this is a free one. In its current very, very unfinished state, it is up on the repository. Sorry, not repository. My thing here. Even if it's not, which you can get a free membership for a week or whatever. If you ever want to make a request, all you have to do is pay the $220 and I'll consider it. Probably still say no. Wait. Did I not move the... I didn't move the intake with the rest of the stuff. Whoops. You know what, actually, that doesn't matter too much. It does conflict with that, though. This is only the turbo side. There we go. I saw an image a second ago. The intake goes up. Can we select just that? Yes, we can. Now, hopefully I can make this clear this panel here. Close. There we go. This tube then doesn't matter too much. It just looks like it goes into it. It doesn't matter. If you're paying that much attention, stop. Okay, standard sort of... How is this funky? This song. Weird. Sure. Okay, so it fattens up a little bit. One of the things to... Oh, then it interferes again, doesn't it? Yeah, one of the things you'll notice with a lot of plenums, which is the big fat part of the intake before it goes into the runners, is it's biggest where the pipe comes in and it gets smaller. There's a lot of, like, science behind it, but I don't really remember what it is. Doing a little bit of flipping? Yeah, basically. Found out that 230 kilograms at 240 kilometers of total downforce on top feels more natural and close to how it drives in Assetto. It doesn't go much above 250 kilometers an hour anyway. Sounds about right. I would love to see somebody take a Praga, put in a more powerful like V6 or something turboed, and then take it to Le Mans as like an LMH car. Oh, but then it would need hybrid. You know, that would take a lot of effort. But still, like, the car's pretty darn close to being a hybrid competitor sort of thing. If you know what I mean. My brain isn't working. Shut up. Don't talk to me. Okay. This is going to be a very small section of pipe. Okay. Done. Convert to mesh. Done. As long as you don't look close, it is fine. I deleted all that stuff without knowing where the frickin' material is meant to be. Damn it. We'll deal with that in a bit. Another curve, please. You're gonna see how messy my room is. Pip is having a little bit of fun there. Now, we want... you know, that's a little bit messy, but you know what, it's fine. The pipe goes down on the turbo. But that's okay. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. There we go, that's what we wanted. We can bring that resolution down a little bit. Good. Convert to mesh. Ah, these need materials, don't they now? So now they're going to join up to this. And they only have the one UV map. Ah. There we go. We're not going to make this mistake of joins again being an issue. I've learned my lesson many a times on that. Thanks, Hunter. I think it's pretty cool, yeah. I've taken my automation Praga to Spa, and it was 5 seconds faster than GT3, lol. I wouldn't be surprised if Pragas in real life were faster than GT3. I don't know much about them, though. Hey Phil, how you doing? Sorry I missed the first part of the stream. I just got home. That's fine. We're just plodding away. Alt S to scale up. Will you make normal maps? There's going to be a little bit of that, but I did make the mistake of not remembering where these things go. So, like, squares right there. Yeah. Oh, wait, you know what I can do? Grab these values. There we go. Because they're all uniform anyway, it doesn't matter too much. There you go. UV mapping done. By an expert of no measure. As in, nobody would measure how much of an expert I am, because that would be a stupid thing to do, because I am terrible at this. Hey, can you teach me how to use JBeam? If you want to know the basics of JBeam and where to start from, I have a video on that. It is about a month old now. Here we go, this one. How to start modding BeamNG tutorial. That one. That will be your starting point for learning how to do JBeam modding. I go into like the structure of things, what each individual section means, which gets really easy because once you just know what to read, everything explains itself. It's unlike a lot of other coding languages out there. This one has a very, very small assumed knowledge base. And everything is written out in plain text. For instance, we got here the engine. So you have to know what this is, but then you got like clearly it says information, and then clearly it says the author, whoever made it, the name of the thing. You have to kind of understand that that's a typical thing. Value, you kind of have to know that that's a dollar value, but neither of those particularly matter. Slot type. Now, this is the part where I go into, because this you have to learn. Then you got slots, and under there you can have your slots. That's all laid out. Then your powertrain stuff. I didn't really go into this because this becomes very deep and complicated and goes into a whole different thing. I would rather beginners just copy and paste other things around. Then in here you've got like idle RPM. I wonder what that could mean. And if we go all the way down, as long as you know what nodes are, you look at nodes and go, okay, yeah, I know what nodes are. You explained it there. It's got the layout of all of the things. So ID is the ID of the node. The position on the X-axis, the position on the Y-axis, the position on the Z-axis. So this is an explainer. Explainer? An explainer. Then, like, self-collision and collision. That's very straightforward sort of stuff. Node weight. It's literally written right there. So, JBeam may seem daunting, but it's actually a lot easier than a lot of other languages to learn, because it's all just written out. My ad struggled with that video, but was... Oh, your ADHD struggled. Yes, so... I believe that's, I only just recently found out about this. Executive dysfunction, I believe it's called. Where it's, you want to do something, and I struggle with this a lot. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but can't because I don't really want to do it. And you have to really want to do things. If you're not like, I really want to do this, your brain will just not let you do it. And I've been struggling to do things like that. So, remember I did the automation to Assetto Corsa? I wanted to have like an arc of me like learning Assetto Corsa and getting better at modding. But because I don't like Assetto Corsa at a base, I can't bring myself to make another Assetto Corsa mod. I have tried so many times, and every single time I get there and I'm like, things to do. Like, so I learned that from the guy that made the ASDF movies. Who was it? Tomska. Yeah, so Tomska does things nowadays. He does this is not the right one. Wait, he doesn't have a list of channels? Tomska and Friends. Okay, yeah. In here he does vlogs sometimes, and he was talking about a struggle that he had with executive dysfunction for about a year, which was to do getting hypnotized for TikTok views? Tryhards? It was a tryhards. But yeah, he was talking about how he had executive dysfunction for that one. And then I was like, I wonder what that is. I'll go have a look. Obviously, that's ADD. I was in the middle of a video and I was like, oh, a thing to do. My brain just goes off and does its own thing. I can't get myself into a set of course of modding as well. Adjusting the physics seems hard. I have tried to figure out how to actually set the geometry. I don't know if it's all of the, it gets a little bit complicated. But they have this thing where it, like, animates empties. That's what it is. Yeah, it animates empties to move suspension components around. I don't know if that's what's used to generate the suspension or not. I've tried looking it up a bazillion times, and I just can't seem to find out how to actually properly have the real suspension geometry. Everyone told me that I was wrong and that it is like that, but it seems that it's probably not. I've my own YouTube channel now and 11 subs. Good luck. YouTube is very unforgiving. Same for me. I've tried several times to try to learn modding in BeamNG, but every time I get a few steps in, something goes wrong and my brain just turns off. Fully understand it. That video might help, because I laid it out in a way in which I would learn, and if you're same as me, then you're probably going to learn the same as me. But yeah, let's get back to intake. Lovely bracket there mounted on the oil filter itself. So that's how that works. This is something I don't want to deal with, but I'm going to have to. That doesn't need to... Does that even need to exist at all? Eh, maybe. There we go. That'll do. I wish I could turn off songs with vocals. I mean, I don't mind them, just not for streaming. I could just download a bunch of songs. Hey, if you go to the Philman86 I'm in VC, good for you? AC Physics in mods is literally just a bunch of ini files with input parameters, not that hard if you take stuff from other cars. Yeah, that's not what I want to do though. In Content Manager, you can even generate tires so the hardest part can be covered by Content Manager. You know, but I wanted to make actual real geometry of suspension. I just got a guy excited enough to fix all my J-Beam nightmares for me. Now I feel like the designer, and he is the engineer. Sure? Phil, watch the video lock and see Argentina's race. I don't do live reactions on streams. One, because I would like to have the person's permission beforehand, and two, I don't want to get claimed. So, the streams are already hard. I don't want to get claimed, man. I'm going to move the back of this engine just a little bit. We'll grab you. Don't need you. Or you. Okay, we just want to close up that gap. Is that going to be good? I think so. There we go. good. Oh, we're missing the mounts for this, are we? Ugh. Hi Phil, I'm getting ready to go to school and saw you were streaming. That's Slipknot Guy. Well, welcome, and suppose I'll see you another time. YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Yep, no, still streaming. That was a weird one. I don't know why it's saying that. Open widget? Alright, well apparently there was a second there and it's just chucking up a big error that won't go away. Thanks. Let's have a look. Ah! So that big block that I said, no, I don't need, turns out I may have needed it. You know what? We could just edit this. And that will also mount that. Ah, great, the exhaust is in the way now. Frick. Let's dissolve edge. Then I don't see this going wrong at all in any way. See, what I want to also do is have this join up. Does that interfere with these? Yeah, it does. Perfect. Come on. Okay, how's that work? Well enough. What if I do that? Is that gonna messes with things a little bit? We can deal with that later. Okay, that clears that. That is not cleared. Hey! Problem solved. Really complicated thingo in here. Wait, do I need that? I don't think I need this. I don't even know why I got it, to be honest. Alright. Good enough. Like, the amount of modeling I'm having to do just to be able to have it look okay in BeamNG, because BeamNG has removable panels on, like, Assetto Corsa, is... I don't want to do 3D modeling. Me no like it. Okay, so what do we got here? Oh, that mounts into the exhaust, does it? That's fantastic. You know what? It's fine. You know what? We gotta go in and... Oh, you know what? Actually, first of all, object. Clean up. Remove unused materials. Same thing here? I think that does have that already. Okay. Join. Okay. There we go. What? Did I move this down at some point? What's happening? Did I move this with the engine? I also noticed that the bolide stuff is low. I am terrible at modding. Now you. Ugh. What have I done? Good enough. Bio spams this to Jimmy. No, let's not spam him. To be honest, you are making this way more detailed than I would ever do. Well, I don't like just mesh slaps, personally. Okay, radiators. We want 2 of them, right? So 1 on that side, 1 on that side. They do have electric fans on them, but I think we're fine to go without those. Wait. Rear clam. Is that in the pod or in the rear? No, that is in the pod section and not in the open section. Okay. Angled outwards, weirdly, like that. What? I like that. What? Why do they have to change this one? There's no point in changing this one. Like, I could just search it. Fine. Let's have a look to see how UV editing looks here. They both the same? Yeah, they all just sit right there. Okay. We'll join those together in a bit. Set origin to 3D cursor. Curve Bezier. Okay. We're going to run 2 curves. Where's the radiator? There it is. It's a bit hard to see, but there we go. Alright, that's how that'll go. Perfect. Good enough. That's what Praga say, right? Good enough? I don't know. I don't listen. That looks good enough for Radiator hose. Then we basically just duplicate it. Looks good to me. Okay, so it doesn't really line up well on that side. Where's AirPod? So we got the exhaust. Oh, that is a problem. We can go in and change a setting that allows us to edit the other side, right? Where's that gone? Is that only with meshes, is it? Okay, there we go. That fixes that issue. What about pod filter? No, we're not there. Oh, wait, actually. Oh, yeah, we are there. That is... How's that look? You know what, actually, hold on. How's that? Good. I know I don't have to work with this mirrored, but I'm going to. Where's the piping that we made for the... Is it this one? Oh, yeah, I just never applied it. Oh, that doesn't work either. Damn it! I already applied the thing. I can't convert that to a curve, can I? Nope. She'll be right, mate. Alright, let's turn down the resolution of this. That'll do. They can be square, it doesn't matter. Convert to mesh. Join with you. That was the wrong thing to do. Hold on. Control C. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Now when they join, they'll have the same mesh. All right, there we go. There, we have radiators done. Really completely going overkill there, but there we go. Geometry nodes. Go out of edit mode and drop down to the mirror modifier, click apply. Proportional editing time? Oh, you're talking about a lot of Blender things that I just don't know, bucko. Done. Alright, fix that little mistake I just realized I made. That looks good. Alright. Don't want to save. We have a lot of things in here, don't we? Okay, engine intake. Oh, yeah. Only really needs to be about that far, doesn't it? We'll deal with the intake pipe at another time. We're just gonna re-export this. DAE, Praga. Praga R1. Now watch everything disappear. Oh my god, no reclamshell. What a tragedy. Tragedy! The hell? Does this not actually line up? It's a weird. Yep. Love it. One thing I want to have a look at is the color of the carbon fiber. Because when we go to here, we can see that it's green on the inside. Is it green on the inside here? No, it is. I mean, it's hideous to look at, but it is black. So what materials do we have here? Shading. We have a base color. What the hell are you connected to? A specular and a normal map. So let's go fiddling with these things for a little bit. So, the material that we were just playing with is... I don't like the fact that there's two overlapping. That's an annoyance. AO Carbon Shiny. Whatever. Int AO Carbon Shiny. Int AO Carbon Shiny. Switch to 1.5. Okay. So, under shading, we have Carbon DDS. That is the right one, but it's green. Carbon DDS. It's not green here. Carbon DDS. Why does it come out green here? This is not the right one. Carbon DDS. Okay. Well, that's even weirder here. What? Where'd it go? It doesn't open. Let's strap on some leather and open up GIMP. That's what GIMP is, right? Well, oh. Sure, we'll deal with that at some point. What happens if we drag it in here? It never works for me, but it worked this time. Yeah, okay, well that's a normal color. How do I change the saturation, maybe? What if we go through and just make everything a lot darker? Still a little bit green. Alright. That works. Save, and then we're gonna have to do that for all of them, huh? What a pain. Need to plug in to import DDS, right? No. Wait. Into what? That's not what I want. That's what I want. Carbon flat. Okay, apparently there's a difference. Is that the same dealio? Oh, that's way too dark. That is a lot darker. Blue doesn't seem to change very much. Okay. I just realized we were still in the middle of doing shiny, and we didn't change anything else. We have metallic map, normal map, roughness map, opacity map, ambient occlusion, advanced, base color palette, emissive map, clear coat. No, I just want the... What was it again? Specular. Where is the specular map? Would it be under What would be the closest to specular, do you reckon? You should remove the alpha channel from the diffuse map. No, there is no alpha, so it doesn't matter. You have to... That's an entirely different thing. Normal map. Okay, so we do want the normal. What was the normal for this? Yeah, that's right. It is flat NM. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Why do I not see flat NM here? A, B, C, D, E, flat NM. Oh. It's a no normals map, basically. It knows it has normals by knowing it has no normals. I'm not a fan of the color still. But it comes out super dark. You know, we'll just look from here. I wish there was a saturation that we could change. That would be much better than what we're having to deal with. You know what? It's all good. Now we got these bolts. There is so much. Yeah, that'll do. Int metal bolts. Once again, just the fully wrong colors. It's not changing anything. Weird. You would use the roughness as diffuse? It's not what I was asking. Wait, why does this not have? Ah, because I didn't import it. It's one of these ones. Here we go. So, specular. Yeah, specular is the one I wanted. Would that be roughness? Yeah, let's go roughness on that one. And what are we looking for here? Praga AO cockpit. Wait, AO. I know that one. We see that a lot. Let's just have a look at something normal. AO, ambient occlusion. Ah, that's not going to do it, is it? No, I think that's different. Would specular be ambient occlusion? I don't think it would be. For carbon, I always use normal map with clear coat on it. On top. Alright. Maybe. ScintillNG? Not quite. You could use BeamNG's paint slots to color the carbon fiber. I did that for my go-kart for different colors. Why is my voice cracking? Roughness is specular slot, yes. Alright. Wait, there's specular map right here. How did I miss that last time? What the hell? Oops. So we're looking for Praga AO cockpit. It didn't come over. Praga AO cockpit. What's cockpit maps? Whatever. Let's copy that. There we go. I don't know if that's changed much. I don't think it has. I don't think it's changed a thing. It'll do. Kevlar. External Kevlar. You know what? Let's have a look at the next messed up material. What's the next one? The mesh. So, that is material Ext metal grid. Perfect. I hate this so much. What else we got? We have a normal map. And that's grid N. Okay, interesting. I doubt we have grid N, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Grid D, but not grid N. What's grid D? Yeah, no, for some reason, these textures are just not importing today. And I think it's because they're made in a different way. Grid N then. Grid N. Is Grid D meant to be, Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep, no, they just don't open. Weird. Yeah, I don't know what Grid D is meant to be, because I don't see it in anything. It's definitely not here. Oh, Grid D is that. Okay. Yep, Grid D. There we go. Found it. Instant Colors doesn't seem to be doing anything recently. Oh, hey, there we go. Instance Color. Made it do something. I'm not sure. I just wish there was a saturation value that I could easily change. You know what? I think that actually would fit better as a base color map. But the unfortunate thing is that would get changed when I change the color of the car. There we go. Okay. That actually turned out pretty well once I just took the colors down enough. Alright, what is the color of happiness? That is external metal grid. Really? Weird. Nope, that's external carbon shiny. External carbon shiny. There we go. Specular map. Okay, good. What else do we got in here? That is mech DDS? No. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it, because it was external carbon. I'm an idiot. I was changing the wrong thing. Mech DDS. Is that here? ADCD... Mech DDS. There we go. That did nothing. Ah, because it's blank. What a good use of my time. Damage... Carbon NM. A, B, C, D. Damage. Nope. Damage, NM, damage, wing. Damage mask, glass. Damage carbon NM. Is that just another blank normal map? I don't know why I double clicked on that. That's not gonna sure. I don't know why that one worked. Alright. No map. Damage carbon NM. What the hell? Why does that look so bad? That looks horrible. Now it's flat. Why is it so flat now? I hate you. Why does it make it look like garbage? Well, that's helped a little bit. Okay. That works. Sorry about that. Opacity, that's all good. Whoops, beep the horn. God, that looks like shit. You know what? It's better than what it was. I'm going to need a straight red square. Do we happen to have that by any chance? Not quite. Belts material. Okay. Have I done this before? Yes. It would be under the Formula B. Oh, no. Oh, it would be under common, wouldn't it? Color palette map. Because at the moment, so let's close that off. If we try to change the color, nothing happens, right? Yeah. So if we go into the materials for this, go into... Which one is the body? Ext paint. Then... 1.5. Base color detail map? No. I want a color palette map. There we go. That's the one I want. There we go. We are so nowhere near anything being finished. Now we can easily change our colors. I mean, it's monochromatic at the moment, but we'll deal with that later. Looks amazing from one dyslexic to another, thanks. I never did do the headlights in that challenge. That's probably why I lost, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. That needs to be filled in, but that's fine. How long have we been going? I'm feeling tired. Only 3 hours? God, this is exhausting. But we're getting moved along. The next time I do this... We'll bring the engine in. Then we will work on the suspension. The suspension is going to be a big one because we've got all of the models and everything that we were working on. Yeah, this is the one. Right? Yeah. So... What were we doing? Oh, yeah. So we got all of the separated models that we needed. The next thing to do after that... is to bring in the J-beam for the suspension and start modifying it. Which is going to be... a whole new level of hell that I don't want to deal with, but I know I have to. The big pain is, in fact, going to be these push rod sections. I wonder if that's real. I never actually checked out. Control E. Let's bring out the SBR quickly. If it's not real here, I'm probably just not going to bother. Let's just start removing panels until I can see it a little bit easier. No, wait, rear wheels are a single thing? Weird. No, that is right. Let's keep going through this unibody. No, that's all good. I just want to be able to see easier in there. Let's remove the engine. Rear suspension, okay. God, I wish I could remove some of this paneling. Put those wheels back on. So. Stress. Let's do it this way. There we go. Oh, yep. No, that is fully real. As you can see, this section here is properly rotating. It's not deforming at all, but taking a lot of stress. And then the spring happens in those parts. Okay. It's a double beam for a spring, though. There's not just one beam, which is not the normal way of doing it. Does that change anywhere else? Okay, this beam from here to here seems to be also unchanging in its length. So, that's where we grab stuff from. God, there's a lot of work to be done. Oh my god. But yeah, yep, there. We're getting there. How long do you think this will take? If that was 3 hours, maybe 15 more hours? If I'm lucky? Because what I did today was a lot of prep work. A lot. We got the engine all modeled up. We got all of the suspension separated. We did a little bit of extra things. The doors are going to be a pain in the butt. Like, I already know that these doors are going to be a pain. Then there's also the problem with the fact that I don't actually have any paneling on this. All of the paneling was not brought on because that's extra weight that I didn't want to deal with. This weighs... There we go. 1 ton already. And the Praga itself... weighs... Yeah, it just took me to an image. 643 kilos. So I already have to remove a lot of weight. Now, if you know anything about J-beam modding, one of the worst things to do is to make things lighter. If you could have everything be heavier, it would be so good in BeamNG. The problem is, BeamNG loves heavy stuff. The heavier it is, the stronger the beams can be. Basically. Also, always multiply and estimate by 2. What I was trying to do is estimate by how long I usually do it. But you know what? You're right. It probably would be another 2 full days of working. US Praga is 640 kilos. Sounds about right. Or if you follow Superfast Matt, multiply time and money for any... Yeah, that's right, the triangle chart. You can either have time and money. I don't remember what the other one was. What was the other one? Whatever. Praga kart grip. It is going to be very grippy. One thing that BeamNG doesn't like is very light cars. Because the way it's set up for roll is not great. I'm going to have to remove a lot of nodes, I think, is going to be the main way of doing this. I mean, you can already see that some of the nodes are starting to shake because I've already tried to make this vehicle lighter. It's a problem. That front suspension, though, that's going to be fairly easy. How does a normal front suspension go on this thing? Just some big wishbones. Oh, that's right. It's push rod in the front as well, isn't it? Though it's not drawn. Oh, no, it was partially drawn. That's right. So it would push up this way into the cabin. Fuck my life. So we're gonna have to grab that stuff again from the rear for the springs and put it here. But at least double wishbone on the front is fairly easy to deal with. I know this looks overly complicated, but it doesn't get too bad. Anyway, yep, that's it. You want me to look at anything whilst we wind down the stream? I can Google image some cars if you want me to look at them. 2 to 4 days is quite fast if you ask me. Yeah, but things start to fall like dominoes after a while. I tend to do a lot of prep work first, which is what we did today. Hope this gets real wheels. The Scintilla wheels look silly big. Yes, we'll be using the Praga wheels eventually. But that's touch-ups. I love Superfast Matt. I mean, I like him. I wouldn't say I love him. Is the Praga a DLC for AS? I don't know. I just saw it in my content manager and yep, okay. See you later, Nuke Gaming. Can you make the not going to take requests? My Lotus Elise thing in automation currently whip in Auto 1. Oops. Are you talking about in official automation 1? That's not a Lotus. That's an ugly ass car. Anyway, yeah. I think, because it's like midnight now. I usually go to bed like 2 hours ago. So I'm going to sleep. Thank you everyone for being here, but that is the end of the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.